I don't want to hear it. Do not tell me anything. Nothing. Nothing. They will come and kill me. No. No. These people will kill you in a second. Do you know how many state police, how many private detectives hired by Republicans, people connected to Roger Ailes and others, that they sent into Arkansas in 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000? Do you know how many died? The Clinton death list, the full list is about 350 or so. But for police and investigators being killed, it's more than 12. And you can go back and pull those numbers up. I mean, they would take state police that had witnessed Clinton doing corrupt things and shoot them in the back of the head. They would take investigators and shoot them and cut their arms and legs off and say they committed suicide. They would kill teenagers that had witnessed things. They would kill women. I mean, it was just an endless string of carnage. And now, you see, I said I was going to get to the news, but I'm already getting into the fact that Wayne Madsen says, through very credible sources, he's been told that the system is going to try to whack him. And, the messages are basically, you've gone too far, buddy, you're going to pay for this. And that's why Wayne needs to get out every bit of information he discovered in Chicago now. Because as a journalist, he continues to try to vet things. He continues to try to double-check, triple-check, check with other sources. And it's the dossier he's put together on things going on in Chicago that he's already begun to cover a little bit that puts him in such danger. And this isn't a joke. I mean, Wayne could be dead within days. He could be dead next week. And if he's found hung in his apartment in D.C., they will have, quote, old friends come out and say, Wayne told me he was going to do this. The same thing happened with the D.C. madam. They were playing my clip on CBS, ABC, Fox, CNN, where she said she'd never commit suicide. But then they had an old friend with no proof, no evidence, pop up in California and say, she told me she was contemplating suicide. Meanwhile, I talked to her landlord, one of the last people to see her alive, or not landlord, a condo manager, who was her good friend. You heard him on air. You can pull up the archives. I would just search the term Alex Jones interviews D.C. Madam's condo manager. We interviewed him for 30 minutes on air. And he talked to her when she left with the box of documents. She said, I'm being followed, but I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get this stuff over to my mother's house, and I'll be back. And a few days later, she's found dead. So, in Florida. So I take this very serious. Wayne Madsen's never talked like this. Wayne Madsen, on record, has been out in Chicago for months snooping around. And let me tell you, Chicago's so mafia, they don't allow parents to pack their children's school lunches. I mean, they own the people of Chicago. I can't tell you how many business people I know and famous club owners like Aaron Russo, who ran the first club to bring Led Zeppelin to the U.S., and it got so successful they had to pay the cops off to even be able to operate. And finally, the cops just came and said, no amount of money's good. They want you shut down. Our bosses are opening another club with your same acts. And they came in when he refused to shut down and dumped trash all over the floor and called in inspectors and then beat him up and beat a bunch of people up and took him in the back of a paddy wagon, took a billy club to his genitals. And that's how America works. It's like, look, we own you. You don't feed your kids. We own them. You do what Michelle Obama says. You do what Rezko says. You do what Rahm Emanuel says. You do what the Dailies say. We own your kids. We're going to stick our hands down their pants at airports. We're going to take all your money. We're going to raise property taxes. They just raised taxes by 56% in Chicago. And they're letting Wayne Madsen know, look, you're going to expose us as mafia? You bet. We're going to show you how mafia we are. This is our country. You understand? You all work for us now. It's over.
Iodine protection packs from hempusa.org are now in stock for immediate delivery worldwide. Our iodine protection packs include microplant powder, green life kelp, red palm oil, and our clear roll-on iodine that will feed the body the iodine it needs. All iodine protection packs are in stock, save you money, and ship for free in all 50 states. Visit hempusa.org or call 908-691-2608 today.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a silver dollar in a book explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Alex Jones here with key information. The U.S. government is a Ponzi scheme that relies on the Treasury continuously selling large amounts of government bonds to foreign central banks. With Japan about to become a seller of U.S. bonds in order to rebuild its own nation, and the U.S. antagonizing China by calling them currency manipulators, the Federal Reserve, which is already buying about 70% of U.S. Treasuries, will soon be the only buyer left of U.S. Treasuries. Our friends at the National Inflation Association believe that the U.S. dollar will soon become worthless, and Americans will see the purchasing power of their incomes and savings destroyed. I strongly urge my fellow Americans to sign up for the free NIA newsletter at www.inflation.us. If you are sick and tired of the economic propaganda in the mainstream media, sign up for free at inflation.us to learn the economic truth that the mainstream media ignores.
Earthquakes, hurricanes, nuclear accidents, terror attacks, and all-out social collapse. With the world today more volatile than ever, the future has never looked more uncertain. Survivalist magazine is the one resource you can't afford to be without. Claim your free trial subscription now at www.survivalist.com, and your first issue ships immediately. Get all the details and more at www.survivalist.com or order by phone. Call 1-866-437-6570. Your survival may depend on it.
If you breathe, eat, or drink, your body's pH balance is at risk. Micronized, activated zeolite is the only product of its kind on the market that can balance pH levels and offset immediate and long-term effects of nuclear fallout. 100% natural, safe, and gentle enough for children, animals, and pregnant women. Activated zeolite available at radiationfix.com or call 619-249-2574. Radiationfix.com or call 619-249-2574.
Freedom, the blistering anti-globalist anthem from the rock band Ravelin.
Back in robes have their flexibility with the road.
Just one of 11 great songs from the album Under the Sun, available on iTunes and at Ravelin.com. Ravelyn, Ravelin.com.
Spring and a new growing season are here. Plan a healthy garden easy and fast with OrganicaSeed.com. Easy because OrganicaSeed.com offers one of the largest online selections of organic, heirloom, non-hybrid, and untreated seeds, as well as tobacco and cotton seeds at low prices. Go to OrganicaSeed.com, spelled ORGANICA, seed.com. OrganicaSeed.com. Remember, Organica Seed is healthy seed.
The federal government is like a vending machine for the global mafia. That's what the New World Order is. They pay off state and national governments worldwide, regional governments, to sign over government power for huge payoffs to these private corporate mafia groups. And they use mercenaries, they use NATO, they use the U.S. military, they use hitmen on the ground, and there is no amount of abuse that they will not dump out on us until we say no. You see, at a certain point in corruption, the bottom falls out, and the criminals learn that they can get away with anything, and they go wild. That's why the TSA federal goon force is expanding currently. It's not coming. It's all over the streets of America. From Houston, Texas, to Dallas, Texas, to Miami, Florida, to Boston, Mass., to Chicago, Illinois, to Los Angeles, California, New York, rural areas, bizarre homeland security, regular Army, National Guard, Air Force MPs, checkpoints searching people, Marines searching. I mean, they're here. It's on. They're letting you know, hey, line up, give us your IDs. We're searching you. This is martial law. They're just easing us into it. And that's why all over the country, the TSA first says, oh, we're only going to naked body scan some people at some airports. Then they come out and tell the AP and Chicago Tribune last year, we are going to phase it in for everybody. Then people say, we don't want the naked body scanners. And they say, well, then we're going to grope you. And internal memos come out where they say it's meant to intimidate people and make them use the scanners. Now they've come out and announced, actually, we're going to put everybody through the scanners and grope you. And that's what we now learn happened to this 6-year-old girl that we first started reporting on Monday, who got the 2-minute grope down with the TSA woman sticking her hands in her pants, between her crotch, grabbing her. That's what Ron Paul, Ventura, and countless others have described, that it's almost like they're trying to lift you up. I mean, they don't just touch you. They get there and they, let me make sure what that is. And if you don't like it, they say, get out of this airport. And then when they trick you, they slap handcuffs on you and say, federal law, you're not allowed to refuse a screening. $11,000 fine. We're mafia. We run this country now. Everything is ours. We're going to raise your property taxes, your income taxes. We're going to devalue the dollar. We're going to rob everything. We got paramilitary, federalized police waiting if you try to resist. It's ours. You don't pack lunches for your kids. You're not allowed to feed them. You're not trusted. They're not allowed to play tag. They're prisoners. You're going to use IDs to buy and sell. We own you. We run you. It's totally about breaking our will, run by the social engineers. We're going to go to break, but I get constant emails, constant canned comments by TSA minions and others in the YouTube videos and things that are posted, and they go, look, if she just go through the scanner, she wouldn't have had to be groped. No, they are going to universal groping after the scanning. And I told you what I saw in San Jose flying out last year. And I sat there because we were early for 25 minutes. I bought coffee right through the checkpoint. They had a coffee place. I bought coffee with Aaron Dykes and sat there for 25 minutes watching it. And they only had women and children sent through the scanners, and then they were given a grope. And I came back and reported. I saw them sticking their hands in the waistbands and grabbing the genitals, and people couldn't believe it. And then Michelle comes running up and says, well, you know, I just got back from a week of vacation in Colorado. And I said, yeah, with your 2 daughters. She said, yeah, 8-year-old and year-old. And she said they did that to us, and they had men doing it. And then, of course, Drudge picked that up, and people couldn't believe it. And then countless reporters that it had happened to, who were well-known, came out and said, no, it happened to me, happened to my daughter, happened to my son. They're doing it to babies. They're taking babies out of baby carriages and grabbing them. And these babies can be wearing diapers. They're going in those diapers. And it's all about training you that you're a total prisoner. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever go to prison, when they get you off the bus, they're going to take you in, pull your pants off, do a strip search, if it's medium security or up, to break your will. And that's all this is in America. You are being trained to be a prisoner. People who've never been into crime, who are law-abiding, good-producing, creative citizens, they are being taught, just like the public schools have shakedowns and searches and strip searches and cameras watching the kids in the bathroom. That's training the new generation on how to be prisoners. And now they're doing it to the general public and expanding out from the airports. The good news is the people are resisting. They're saying no. And look, I understand that all TSA workers are not bad people. A lot of them shake my hand. They want autographs everywhere I go. But if they complain about doing this stuff, they get fired. And that's what the system wants, because then they end up with cadres of people that'll do whatever they're told. But there's no doubt a lot of control freaks, a lot of perverts, a lot of sadomasochists, a lot of scumbags are going to get in TSA jobs. We're going to come back and play this ABC News clip of the family with the grope down. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Diamond Gusset is proud to announce the anthem of the Patriot movement. They're offering a free CD, T-shirt, and bumper sticker with a qualifying purchase. Diamond Gusset offers great products at great prices while keeping Americans working.
I'm looking for a factory where a man can feed his family. Not worried about them moving it south, closing the doors and shutting her down tomorrow. I'm looking for America.
We're American and be proud. Go to gusset.com/America.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. Seems like I just woke up